No.
After decades of solitary study into this affliction, I have learned that it is by no means mine alone. Indeed, the city is home to an entire society of similarly afflicted individuals with whom I've only recently made contact. They are an understandably standoffish sort, by and large, but I have been able to confirm with them that the condition is indeed vampirism, which apparently comes in a multitude of strains, each with a spectacular set of symptoms such as invisibility and even a sort of lycanthropy. Through numerous official interactions with the governing body of this secret society, I have concluded that their fundamental understanding of the vampiric condition is woefully lacking and mired in suspicion and pseudo-religious dogma that would make a Turk balk for its strictures. Indeed, they seemed impressed with my studies and the eloquence with which I was able to present them. Apparently, the typical sufferer of my particular strain of vampirism is far from the vanguard of the King's English. So impressed were they that they even offered me an office in their government. A rather high office by the sound of things. I believe I shall accept. If nothing else, it should provide a lofty vantage point from which to observe the breadth and epidemiology of the affliction so that I may move more expeditiously toward a cure.
Yeah, most Malkavians are a lot less talkative, or at least intelligible. Look familiar? Chaos, like the mind, can be understood only through the scientific process. Order, however, is only as good as the perception thereof. Time is the key that links the two, bears witness their ebb and flow.
I have accepted the role of Primogen for Clan Malkavian, the dreadfully winsome label applied to the particular strain of vampirism I suffer, so named for some supposed vampire father figure of old. Or poppycock grown from a backward culture that seems interminably drawn to children's tales and the fiction of Victorian romance when it should concern itself with the science behind their suffering. No matter, for I have taken this office for no greater reason than to advance my research. I must make mention, however, that even among my would-be peers in this governing body of vampires, the level of paranoia and superstition is frightening. Their intelligence is not the question, no, indeed. As they courted me for this appointment, I had to suspect that their overtures were hand-tailored to what must be my obvious infatuation with reason, for the devil would do well to have such honey-tongued tempters. Even so, I could not help but notice the dressing of language these vampire leaders chose for their siren song. Whether it is born of habit, from addressing their unwashed, ill-educated subjects, or from their own deep-seated beliefs, their linguistic flourishes belie a faith in superstition over the providence of empirical reason that must be an all-pervasive theme in this society of darkest night. Damn it all, now I'm doing it too.
Interesting thing to note about Grout. While I mentioned that Malkavians usually aren't this eloquent, Grout is not actually unique in his perspective on vampirism. There's one other notable Malkavian who flat out refuses to accept that the supernatural is real. In fact, that's his Malkavian derangement. Nothing can convince him the supernatural is anything more than idiots not understanding scientific reason. That would be Dr. Netchurch. An interesting thing, you know, the blood meter over there? That's actually a measure of blood points. Dr. Netchurch actually developed the system that measures them. And I am now lost. I wasn't paying attention when the thing played. Oh. But forget you saw this. Okay, this right here is probably the part I was dreading the most. son of a bitch. Okay, there we go. But I thought that, Okay, why am I dreading this so much? Because this. If you touch the lightning, you die instantly. I feel I should point out that electricity only does bashing damage to vampires. Hit the needle. Pick up the Hoojit. The Tarl Fang. There we go. Just because I have to know. Yay. Now let's find out what the Tarl Fang is and what it does. This heavy fang could only have belonged to a ferocious predatory beast. You feel at ease knowing there's one less of those in the world. Decreases your chance to frenzy. Obviously, that's very useful. I don't think we've actually seen a frenzy thus far, but trust me, we will. Your chance to frenzy is... You have a chance to frenzy every single time you get hit. Like, anytime you take damage. The odds of frenzy are determined by three things. I think one is how much health you have, two is how much blood you have, and three is your humanity.
As I expand my dealings with the vampire government, I have encountered a disturbing new symptom of this affliction. Frequently, in conversation, I will hear voices emanating from other vampires, voices that are not their own, but which seem to have insight into their lives beyond what I could gather from simple conversation. These voices seem to echo from deep within my fellow vampires, and I cannot be certain if this symptom belongs to my strain of the illness or theirs, for the voices are various and inconsistent. I dare not mention this symptom to my vampiric peers, for they have proven themselves true predators to whom I could be loath to reveal any sign of weakness. Indeed, these voices have counseled me against confessing their presence, and until I can confirm their source, I will listen. The information the voices have given me ranges from curious to frightening. The latter case is especially true of one powerful vampire whose name I shall not commit to recording in the interests of self-preservation.
As he just said, whoever he's talking about is not in any of the recordings. It's implied he's talking about LaCroix, though I could also point to several others that may be as likely, if not significantly more so. And what he has just described is either A, Auspex, Malkavians they're known for their prophetic powers, but even more so than the Toreador. And it can manifest in a wide variety of the possible methods. Or it could be the thing that Malkavians are probably best known for, the Malkavian Madness Network. Basically, Malkavians are weird in that they're a hive mind. Every Malkavian who exists, and ever will exist, any that exist now, used to exist, and will in the future, is in the Madness Network. Don't ask how that works, I can't explain it. And every errant thought that they've ever had, every single thing they've ever known, is recorded in the network. So all Malkavians know everything that every other Malkavian who ever has and ever will exist, on a subconscious level. Okay, a seizure warning there. Sorry about that. But we can't let him live now, can we? Anyway. Whether or not Grout was being warned about something by his auspex, or if it was the network talking to him, no idea. Oh, and fun thing about playing a Malkavian. Anytime you use their signature discipline of dementation, you can actually hear whispers through the network in the background if you listen really, really carefully. I figured I should probably show what this is. You can bypass pretty much all of this. Just gonna avoid that because, you know, flashing lights. You can't avoid all of it. There are some that I think you like walk out into a group. Yeah, close. Who smeared crap all over the door? Knew that would happen. Come here, you. I hunger. I don't even care that I'm one down from when I walked in. As long as he's dead, I'm happy. Crap. Ew. If you're feeling ballsy, you really didn't have to fight pretty much any of them, because, at this point, you can escape. Remember, enemies aren't smart enough to know how to jump. That's like a weird rule of RPGs, come to think of it. No one but the player character knows how to jump.
The voices have increased in frequency and direction of late. They have begun to stay with me long after conversation has ceased and are serving as quite a distraction. I fear others are beginning to notice my preoccupation at the vampire gatherings. I am thinking again of the particular vampire of whom I spoke previously, who I dare not name for my growing fear. If the voices are to be believed, then my caution is warranted, for they speak of his blackest crimes, both past and future. More than once, I have seen the suspicion in his eyes and heard the distrust in his voice when speaking with me. The fear must register on my face, as it is all I can do in these moments to keep from crying out in chorus with the voices. I am no longer safe. I know it. The voices have proven themselves authentic, and I have withdrawn from the Vampire Society entirely. My absence will no doubt draw attention, but I could no longer hold my fragile composure around the ravenous eyes of my vampire peers, especially not around him. The voices compelled me to make what I fear is a Faustian bargain, but I had to, for their demands are constant and merciless. I have secluded myself within the mansion. I know he will strike out at me. He will go to any length to achieve his ambitions, and he knows it, I know. I have taken precautions to protect my beloved wife. Her cure will have to wait until our immediate safety is guaranteed. The mansion was constructed with security in mind, but at that time I was not privy to the full range of vampire capabilities. The voices echo in the twisted corridors of my psyche, dark whisperings of a macabre and formless menace, the approach of which portends an end to all of this.
So yeah, he went a little Mr. Freezy here. I think there was a glitch there. I'm pretty sure she was supposed to be spinning in place. Whoops. Something in Bloodlines not working right? I'm shocked to my core. Now we speak with the man. Oh, crap. I didn't do it. Those ashes are floating over the bed. Also, this mattress is disgusting. I want to check something first real quick. One sec. Never mind. As it turns out, I am not allowed to leave. Once again, I did not do it.
By the flames!
What? Ground's dead. Who the hell are you?
Count is dead? Pity it could not be by my hand. No matter. Soon your self-made kings and false prophets and all who bear the mark of the beast will be washed from the earth for the coming of the Lord.
What?
As you burn, tell them it was Grünfeldbach who sent your damned soul to that lake of fire. All agents of Satan shall return to whence they came. Let this righteous display serve as a promise to all who serve the archfiend Lacroix. I'm coming for you, Lacroix. By the power of the Lord, I will cleanse your black soul.
Yeah, whatever. Okay, here's where things get really hard. Because all those guys are now automatically aware of me. There is no way for them not to know you're here. Luckily, they're all really fragile now. Because they're on fire. Unluckily, they also have that claw rush attack thing. Also unluckily, because the place is on fire, you're on something of a timer here. Didn't do it. Can't prove a thing. Timer should start right about here, I think. Maybe that was a mod. No, there it is. Luckily, I remember that I'm a vampire and fall damage ain't got shit on me. Yeah. Do you think LaCroix's gonna